Jerusalem was never the capital of any Arab entity. In fact, it was a backwater for most of Arab history. Jerusalem never served as a provincial capital under Muslim rule, nor was it ever a Muslim cultural center. For Jews, the entire city is sacred, but Muslims revere only a site, the Dome of the Rock, not the city. Both Christians and Jews have as good a claim to the city as the Muslims, if not better. Palestinians have no special claim to the city at all. They simply demand it as their capital. Israel has recognized that the city has a large Palestinian population, that the city is important to Muslims, and that making concessions on the sovereignty of the city might help resolve the conflict with the Palestinians. The problem has been that the Palestinians have shown no reciprocal appreciation of the Jewish majority in the city, the significance of Jerusalem in the Jewish people's history, or the fact that it's already the nation's capital. The Oslo Agreement leaves open the status of Jerusalem. In fact, Article 5 specifically says only that Jerusalem is one of the issues to be discussed during the permanent status negotiations. The agreed minutes also mention Jerusalem, stipulating that Palestinian Council jurisdiction doesn't extend to the city. And Prime Minister Yitzhak Rabin said that Jerusalem must remain under Israeli sovereignty. The agreement also says that the final status will be based on UN Security Council resolutions 242 and 338, neither of which mentions Jerusalem. In fact, the U.S. ambassador who helped draft Resolution 242, Arthur Goldberg, said that it in no way refers to Jerusalem. And the omission was deliberate, that Jerusalem was seen as a discrete matter separate from the West Bank. Other than this agreement to discuss Jerusalem during the final settlement negotiations, Israel conceded nothing else regarding the status of the city during the interim period. Israel retains the right to build anywhere it chooses in Jerusalem and continues to exercise sovereignty over the undivided city. Jerusalem is one issue on which all Israelis are unanimous. The city must remain the capital of Israel. Still, efforts have been made to find some means of compromise that would satisfy Palestinian interests. For example, while the Labor Party was in power, Yitzhak Rabin and Shimon Peres, Knesset member Yossi Beilin, reportedly reached a tentative agreement that would allow the Palestinians to claim a part of their city as the capital without Israel sacrificing its own sovereignty. Beilin's idea was to allow the Palestinians to set up the capital in a suburb of Jerusalem called Abu Dis. Prime Minister Ehud Barak offered dramatic concessions that would have given Palestinians greater control over larger areas of East Jerusalem and more authority over the Temple Mount. These ideas were discussed in the summits in 2000, but rejected by Yasser Arafat. Violence by Palestinians against Israelis subsequently escalated, and after the destruction of Joseph's tomb and a number of other Jewish religious shrines by Palestinians, the prospects for compromise on Jerusalem have dimmed considerably. The violence only reinforced the Israeli view that the Palestinians would not protect Jewish holy places or maintain freedom of Jewish access.